Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown in Quakertown, Pennsylvania to check out this bad boy. What we got here is a 2024 Nissan Z. This is the top Nismo trim, the track focus trim for the Z in the 2024 model year. Stealth gray, super black, two-tone paint, looking beautiful. Interior Recaro buckets, looking beautiful. Alcantara finishes on the inside. Of course, those manual seats to save weight. This whole car is about saving weight for the track. So we're going to go through this and you can let me know, is this the Z? Is this the one you would buy, or are you going to go down in trims, save yourself some money? Let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. Front end of the Nismo Z, again, the stealth gray with the super black two-tone, looking good. Full spread of LED lighting up front. The Nissan badge right in the middle. We have the gloss black grille, of course, the front splitter in stealth gray with the red accents. The Nismo badge right there, looking good. Coming around to our wheel and tire setup on this vehicle. So when you go Z Nismo, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a 19-inch lightweight forged aluminum alloy wheel, Nissan badge on the center cap. Now, upgraded brakes up front for the Nismo Z, that's a yes. So we have 4-piston Akebono brake calipers, a larger ventilated disc to get that stopping power done for you on the track. Now, these wheels are wrapped in Dunlop SP Sport Max summer tires, 255 on the width, a 40 series sidewall 19s. Out back, as we swing back here, we're going to go 285 on the width with a 35 series sidewall 19s to get that power to the ground, because this is a rear wheel drive sports car. Now as we move on out, the stealth gray with the super black two-tone with the red accents, I think it just looks beautiful. Now suspension wise, we're going to go front double wishbone, and that's aluminum double wishbone suspension, and multi-link in the rear with a mechanical limited slip diff. As we move in closer, we're going to go with that super black side view mirror, LED turn signals with the red Nismo accents on the side view mirror, color match door handle, that beautiful Z badge right in the back. And then up top, we got that super black roof, no sunroof. Rear end of the Nismo Z, again, we have that deck lid kick up in the back, looking good. Full spread of LED lighting in the back with the Nissan badge and the Z badge right there in the middle of the trunk area. Gloss black down below in and around the rear diffuser with a functional dual exhaust. We're under the hood of this Nismo Z, and what are we looking at for a power plant? Well, we got Nissan's twin-turbo V6 engine mated to a beefed-up 9-speed automatic transmission for this Nismo Z, 420 horsepower, 384 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 17 in the city, 24 on the highway, 19 combined. Of course, you're going to have to use premium unleaded fuel in this vehicle. And we do have front and rear stabilizer bars, the front strut power brace to stiffen everything up. Looking good underneath. Let me know what you think about the engine specs. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much for this Nismo? Well, top track focus trim action on a Z is very expensive. So here we go. MSRP base for the 24 Nissan Z Nismo, $64,900. Now, before we get into anything else, what else do you get on top of the Z Performance for that $64,900? Well, you get the upgraded horsepower and torque out of this twin-turbo V6. You get a beefed-up 9-speed automatic to handle the extra horsepower and torque better. You get Nismo exclusive Sport Plus drive mode. You get a Nismo tuned launch control. You get a Nismo tuned suspension, and that's aluminum double wishbone front and multi-link rear. You get the Nismo tuned power steering. right? You get front and rear stabilizer bars. You get 2-point front strut tower brace. You get the 4-wheel power assisted performance ventilated disc brakes. You get the Nismo exclusive front brake rotors and front brake calipers. You get those 19-inch raised lightweight forged aluminum alloy wheels. You get the summer tires, 255 on the front, 285 on the back. What do you get on the interior? We're keeping going down the list. You get the Nismo exclusive Recaro seats with Nismo embroidered headrest. You get Nismo exclusive Alcantara steering wheel. You get illuminated steering wheel mounted controls. You get the Nissan Intelligent Key. You get Nismo exclusive red push button ignition as well. You get a whole bunch of stuff. You get the digital 12.3-inch TFT Nismo styled front instrument cluster. So you get a lot of stuff. Plus, you're going to get your 9-speaker Bose sound system and the 9-inch Infotainment wireless CarPlay Android Auto. So you get a lot of stuff in here for the 64.9. But then we got to add in this big premium paint, $12.95. The floor mat package with the Nismo on it, which we'll see for $10. The illuminated kick plates, black metallic, $500. Interior door scuff protection, $210. Destination and delivery from Nissan over in Japan is $10.95. So you're looking at a total vehicle and MSRP from the factory of $68,500. That's big dollars for a Z. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the front door panel, we'll move on in. We're going to go soft touch across the top, black door handle, black on your AC vent. Now we're going to have the Alcantara insert with the cross stitch, nice and soft, flat black on the switchgear, a real skinny door pocket, the 9-speaker Bose sound system, into your footbox, proper footbox with aluminum finish on the dead pedal brake and accelerator. And now you have those Nismo floor mats. That's what they look like for the additional $410. And then we have that illuminated door sill plate that says Z, looking really cool. And now the seats, right? We have the upgraded Recaro seats, manual adjustment for the driver and the passenger, as it's all about saving weight for the track. So now we have the the black with the red stitch, the Alcantara insert with the red insert on top of that, Nismo stitched into the headrests. Really nice. The bolstering really grabs you in all the right places in this Nismo Z. The front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, no changes. We come to the dash, soft touch, and then more of this black with the black cross stitch. But then underneath, we got a fairly small glove box. Now on the center stack, up top on the dash, we have our 3 auxiliary or accessory gauges, if you want to call them that. On the left, you got your boost. In the middle, turbo speed. And on the right, your volts, battery volts, all angled towards you as the driver, which is a nice touch. We're going to go 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards. Then we're going to flip around. This 9-inch infotainment system is angled towards the roof of the car to cut down on sun glare. This is Nissan's 9-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, touchscreen. Once you wake it up, with fairly responsive pinch to zoom, I would say. Looks good. Here's where we are. We can zoom in on that. So that's pretty good. Now we're going to go to reverse right away and show you that nice large backup camera with trajectory. Could be a little clearer, but it's not bad. Now we go back to park. We have this in the middle right here. So from here, you can go back to your home. And then from down here, right, you can Bluetooth your phone. You can add your home destination, zoom in, zoom out. You can go to your settings right here. That's where you can go to your connections, where you can connect up to 6 devices, get your Wi-Fi hotspot going, get your USB connectivity going. You can customize your home menu from here. Camera, system updates, Nissan Connect services to hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. So it's nice and easy. And then you have more of your infotainment screen functionality down here if you don't want to use the touch screen, and the manual daytime nighttime mode, which I do like, that you can switch on to that. Seek for your music, audio, menu, map, camera, that whole thing. We can go to our menu. There's our Sirius XM right there in the middle. And of course you get other HD radio stations as well. You got a volume and tuning knob right there. So nicely done. We'll go back to our map. We're back to the beginning. Now down further, we have our climate control right here where you can set your temperature and your speed, or leave it on auto where you want the air to come from. We have a nice area that's rubberized to lie your phone in. No wireless charging pad though. We got a track action going. USB-C, USB-A. Here's the drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. There's your red push button start. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through this beefed up 9-speed automatic transmission. Manual emergency brake. Pop the trunk. Dead switches here. These would normally be for heated seats in the lower trim levels, but since we have a track focused spec and we got to cut weight, we do not have those. One cup holder, but I wish we had something fancy here for our key fob here on this Nismo Z, but here it is, the Nissan key fob, lock, unlock, and your panic button, and that is pretty much it. Now we do have a center armrest that's semi-soft, and we pop that open and we find out we got another cup holder and a 12 volt with a small area for storage. The Nismo Z steering wheel, Alcantara leather combo with the red stripe here at your top dead center, Z badge on the horn button, but we have a round bottom wheel. And I think I would like to see a flat bottom one in here to assist with people getting in and out. Because right now I have the tilting wheel and telescoping wheel to its highest setting and all the way pushed in, and I have my Recaro all the way down to its lowest setting, and when I get in and out my knees still hit at 5'11". So I think a flat bottom would have worked better. You let me know what you think. And then here on the left you're going to go with your music, volume, and that sort of thing, and then of course it's gloss black, so be careful. Then over here you're going to get your cruise as well as your telephone voice commands. That's adaptive cruise, by the way. Paddles, which we'll check out to go through this 9-speed auto manually. And then on the left side here, you're going to have your headlight controls and turn signals. On the right, front and rear wiper. Down around the bend, you're going to have your trip reset and brighten dim the dash. And then over on the left side, you're going to have your traction control off right there. And then, like I mentioned, we have a tilting and telescoping wheel, so that's a good deal. And then here is that 12.3 inch TFT display, and it looks really wicked cool. But let's check out the drive modes. Right, we have, let's go to the bottom, standard, sport, and of course the Sport Plus is this new Nismo tuned Sport Plus. So really, really nice looking on our drive modes. A lot of information up in front of us, like our engine oil temp, water temp. You got your tire pressures up, which is probably what you're going to want to see going down the road, as well as those accessory gauges, which I like. You can get other gauges up here if you would like, your G-force meter. You can go to your settings in here, and you can decide what else would I like to have set up here. Maybe I want my upshift indicator up here instead, right? And I can customize that, turn it off or leave it on auto for my maximum shifts, which is pretty cool. So there is a lot of other stuff, and you can get back out of that, go back here. I want my TPS settings, my vehicle settings. So there is a lot of nice information up here on this Nismo dash. But I think I'll leave it on my tire pressures, engine oil temp, water temp. But well done, Nissan, on this dash. Overhead console, we have the SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off and you want me to close the door, this button remains in the center on door. And then when you open the door, lighting comes on. Oh, I need LED in it, almost $70,000 Z. Close the door, the lighting will dim out. No roof to show you. We do have our framed rear view mirror with home link right there. So they got you all set for that. And of course we have the auto dimming function, and then our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? No, but you do have an extension. Now getting in the back seat of the Nismo, well, there is no back seat, right? You have extra storage space in here, as you can see, but no seat. So this is strictly a two-seater, but of course you see we got the stabilizer bars here in the back, and we have a hatchback or liftback design that's going to give you a bit more space for storage, but no people back here, just gear. Getting in the back of the Nissan Z Nismo, well, you can't pop it from the dash, you can't pop it from the key fob. You got to come to the back. The Nissan badge right here, right underneath it, there's a button. Hit it, it pops, and then you lift it up. And now you have that hatchback or liftback design as it comes up. Gives you a wider opening, but officially it's listed as 6.9 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the Z. And now here we have our cargo net, front license plate bracket. Nobody better put that on. Then we have our carpeted cargo mat underneath here. We do have more room for some extra tools and whatnot in the back. So that's a nice touch. And we do have some tie downs, as you can see as well, here in the back. But again, it's a smaller area, but if you need to just throw some stuff in for a weekend trip or you're going to the track, I think you're going to have enough room. Window sticker time. Here we go. 24 Nismo Z. And here is all that standard equipment and everything I was reading off to you earlier. I'll let you take it in for yourself. Options right there on the right. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Made by Nissan in Japan. The dealer added wheel locks for $90. Total vehicle asking price $68,590. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we are on the road in this Nismo Z, and we got great visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirror, no problem. Really good visibility, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz is in this Nismo for safety. LED lighting up front and out back. Suspension right now in Sport Plus, very firm. Steering very tight and right, as you would expect in a track focused vehicle. If you don't want it, if you're not going to track it, you got a Nismo, or excuse me, a Nissan Z Performance with a manual or automatic for about $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 less than this car. But if you want the track action, you want the big dog, this is the way to go. So here we go down into our turns, and it just feels really good. These Recaros are just hugging me in all the right places. It's sticking to the road like glue. Really well done. Right now we're letting the car shift for itself. We come up through here. Got a nice exhaust noise coming out the back, no problem there. And it just feels really good underneath me. The suspension, even though it's really tight, it is really right, and the steering is spot on, just absolutely spot on. Now we're going to put this down in the manual. We're in Sport Plus, so we'll start shifting for ourselves, and let's see how this feels. We have a new engine. This car is for sale, so we are going to take it easy on the revs. We're not going to friggin' redline this thing today, even though that would be a lot of fun. We need to make sure that we take care of this engine so the first buyer is going to have a good car, not something that was trashed. Back to the left. Really tight. Sharp on the downshifts too. Nice burbles. let's check out those downshifts. Oh, beautiful. And you get that really nice burble out of the rear exhaust. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but it's fantastic. And on the brakes, the Akabono brakes just throw out the anchors, no problem. Just flies down the road. I mean, really well executed, well done, drives like a beast. It's sharp. It's like a surgical scalpel going through the roads. You know, you get a big muscle car and that's more like a sledgehammer performance. This is surgical and scalpel like, similar to what I kind of feel when I drive a CT4 Blackwing. That surgical kind of strike that this car makes into the turns. But we're going to go with a sharp right up here. Handles it well. Back to the left. Handles it well. And down the road you go. I mean, this thing has a lot going for it. A lot going for it. What? Just a fun. It's such a fun car to drive. Now you can have paddles on the wheels. I prefer them on the column. Let me know what you guys think. But just fantastic. We'll go back and let the vehicle go on its own. Now we'll go ahead and hit our standard drive mode. See if we get some relaxation in the suspension, and we do. So now it's much softer, it's much more relaxed, even though the steering is tight and right still. So if you're not on the track and you're not going to hoon it around and you're just going to drive it, and you certainly can drive this on the road every day if you wish, it's going to be a little bit more well behaved as far as of its manners, giving you a more comfortable ride and a quieter exhaust a little bit on the back end. But just a well executed car. But at this kind of money, that's the big question for you guys to tell me. $68,500 is a lot of money for a Z. To give you an idea, you can go out and buy a new Dark Horse Mustang with 500 horsepower Coyote V8 and a 6-speed, and you're less than $68,500 for this Z. So you really, in my view, this is a narrowly focused market car. You really are going to want to pay the money to take this out on the track, or you really want to have the Nismo Z, and you want that Nismo name, and you're willing to pay for it. And I can see people like that too. But for most, if it were my money and I wanted a Z, I would just go ahead and go Z Performance. Get the little extras that the performance trim brings, get my 400 horsepower, get my 6-speed manual, and save my, and be right in between 53 and 55 grand, and save myself anywhere between 13 and 15,000 off the price of this. That's how I personally would approach it, but you let me know what you would do. But I do want to thank Ciocca Nissan of Quakertown here in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Nissan Nismo Z for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.